Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA. Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the James.
But it's a lot of, inner city kids who, single family moms, low income, how that work. Homies come home from prison, they drug deal or whatever, they caught gang banging. It's kind of hard to get your life straight when you done did 25 years and you come home. And then, the babies is left with the single moms, and then they have to go through that transition of hate because pops ain't around. So, if you can start there, even though, it ain't pops and I'm not dad, but the male figure, I feel, showing importance to some of the young kids is what really could change some of the aspect of, letting the motherfucker see, hey, your pops might not be here at your game, but we showed up. You get me? Or they might not can't get you a pair of shoes, but we kicked up and we got you some shoes. Or your mom or your dad might not be able to get you to Oakland and shit, but we gonna get you there. And I think when you do shit like that, it shows a motherfucker, oh, well, because so now you can't blame the aspect. You get me? You can't be like, oh, well, shit, my mom couldn't do this and I was left behind. When you show that importance and shit, then I think that makes a great change, because there was a lot of kids I saw at 6, 7, kids be bad as a motherfucker at 4, 5, 6 years old.
Oh, man,
And I think just because I participated and oh, your dad, I ain't never seen your pops at the game, but it's still, fuck it, we got you. Oh, y'all going to Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm? Oh, fuck it, you going too. Here's your ticket. I think when we do that, just like I do, shit, I make sure every kid on my team, when they show up, oh, what's your cleats? I'm getting everybody cleats. I'm getting everybody whatever, because I don't want kids to feel left out. You feel me? That really fucks with a lot of kids when they feel left out of shit. So I think just showing that and being able to participate and being able to do certain little shit like that makes a whole lot of difference. And it takes a motherfucking kid from wanting to throw up the set to a motherfucker want to throw in a basketball hoop or throw a football or pick up a book and do some other shit like that. When you, as niggas like us, where we came from, James, when we show interest that, hey, there's something else you could be doing. Let me show you. Let me peep this out.
Yeah, and I really want to bring that back though, because I read at one time, James, that this for both of y'all, I heard that Compton at one time was producing more Major League Baseball players than anywhere else. And they made baseball so expensive for the little kids, but they said that at one time Compton was the mecca for baseball.
My neighborhood had all kind of superstars, baseball, football, the whole nine in it. One of my homeboys went to college, full scholarship for baseball, had a cold ass arm. Came home spring break, never went back. It's just the decisions that we make and the things that we do, man. We pay for it now. But back then, when motherfuckers didn't want to go back to college, they preferred the hood. And at the end of the day, we pay for it. So we make poor decisions. But a 17-year-old cat can be reached. Norm, you just got to show him something different. Mm-hmm. He's still early in the game for him. He's still wet behind the ears as far as just being a gangbanger. And I don't give a fuck how solid he might think he is. 16, 17 years old, he can be reached. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Well, we have to come with alternatives, because my thing is this. I really want us to start like, H, you putting your money where your mouth is. You don't have no little kids out there. You still out there messing with the kids. And I've been driving by those parks lately. Like, I missed that. Like, we had a little kid in the team named Rambo. Rambo was one of my hardest players. When I tell you he was every bit of 2 foot nothing, but one of my hardest players. I put him on the edge when we got hard games, wasn't nobody getting around the corner from him. He's smallest dude out there. But you know why he got his name Rambo? He used to carry a pistol with him to every practice at 22. And this dude wasn't nothing but 7, 8 years old, pistol every day. So we talking to him one day and we say, man, why do you have to, we done took 3 guns from you already. He said, Coach, when I come home, when I leave here, ain't no telling what can happen. I already had a brother, I already lost a brother, I lost a cousin. So this dude in his mind, he thinking at 8 years old, I have to have protection because I've seen my brother lose his life already and I've seen my cousin lose his life. So I don't want to go out like that, you know? So it's like I think about them kids all the time because I had them from when they was babies on up, but then after they leave me, what happens to them? You feel what I'm saying? Like where do they go? And I hear these stories about them, some of them in prison, some of them dead, some of them done went to college. I try to keep up with as many of them as I can, man, but I think the only people that can help us is us. So I want to start putting my time and our money, our efforts into doing that right there. And again, I know we can't save everybody, man, but something got to give.
Yeah, all it is just trying to put forth the effort. I mean, it starts from somewhere, and like you said, talk is cheap. So it just has to be a scenario where you connect with it, and you make it happen. Like I said, my son has been, he's been out of youth football for 3 years now, but I still coach, and I went back to coach 11, 12-year-old kids because, like I said, it's not even the fact of, to me, it's just about connecting with kids and letting motherfucking kids see, like, shit, it's cool that you come out. I don't come out on the fact that they know I'm who I am or whatever. I just come out as a regular dude. And then naturally the parents start noticing and stuff like that. And it just excites the kids because they see that I could be anywhere, doing anything. But, to me, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather be out at the park with kids, trying to teach kids about teamwork, trying to teach kids about you can get along. Because believe you me, I got 11-year-old kids who do not like each other. You feel me? And they be ready to get him up and talk about, I'm gonna fuck him up, and I don't like that kid, and I'm gonna fuck him up after practice. And I have to talk to kids and be like, dude, and pull kids together and be like, while you around me for the next 4 months, nigga, we homies right here. He got your back, you got his back.
Take 2 sets of boxing gloves. You feel like that? Tell him to get in the gloves. Man up and get in the gloves. And
you know what I make? You know what I make them do, James? I make them hold hands and skip around the whole park together while they hold hands. That's what I make them do. Y'all want to be on my team and y'all want to be acting crazy? Oh, then I'm going to embarrass you because that's what you're going to really be doing, embarrassing yourself, trying to be out here fighting at 11 years old. Man, right. You know what my son was doing at 11? Playing football and living an 11-year-old life, cartoons and fucking cereal and shit like that. He didn't have no beefs with no little kids. Everybody liked him. And that's what I'm talking about. At 11, at 7, 8, you got to carry a pistol. You should be being a kid. Right. You get me? And that's unfortunate. So that's why I say it's just, we just have to, like you said, you just have to put up or shut up. And that's why I still coach football, because I'm trying to put up and not shut up, just because, and show motherfuckers it wasn't just about coaching my son or getting to that level and now I can go, oh, cool. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to go coach again. Why not?
Exactly, because I stayed around for like a year or two after my son was gone, but then the time just became too much because I wanted to just stay and be a coach, but didn't nobody want to step up and do the president stuff. So that's when it was kind of like, you know what, it's getting too difficult because you know the time that goes into that. It's like
when you run in an organization, it's a lot. It's time consuming. So I get it. That's why I've never tried to be a president or none of that. Just let me coach. I take my 2 hours with the kids. Teach them some sportsmanship. Teach them how to get along with other dudes, and teach them how everything's about not retaliation in that aspect, and that's it. And then maybe at the end of the day, when they leave practice, they go home with the sense and the feeling of they've learned something, and it's a motherfucker out there who really care about what's going on. You feel me? With me as a kid.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you know you as a kid. Sometimes you might not like what the parents did. You might not like what go on at school or the brother at home or whatever. And then there's somebody you can connect with that just understand it all. You get me? I ain't taking mama side, daddy side, brother side, or teacher side. You just be cool. Don't get into no shit, and me and you straight. And I think that really resonates with some of the kids.
Exactly, and that's the thing, man, because I know James talk about it all the time. And one thing James just said, he made a really like big point, because once these kids turn 13 or 14, they leave us, we have to have something where we can really just keep something going for them for the next 3 to 4 years, something for them. Because some people stop playing youth football, basketball, or whatever, and just never play again after that, right? They start getting into other stuff. They may not be interested in the sport no more, but we really definitely, man, we got to sit down and put some stuff together. You already doing the 8, and I know where your heart is with it, James, and that's one of the really biggest things for us over the next few months to establish some stuff. Shout out to Snoop, shout out to Flow Rider, because all of them dudes put their time and their money, where it's at. They starting with these babies, but like James said, we just can't ignore the 17 and the 16-year-olds and stuff like that. And I think it's a thing like the way they say you can't help everybody, man, but I damn sure want to try.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Well, man, you know what? Just sit up and talk about this stuff just pissed me off, man. To all the people out there, start talking to your neighbors. Let's go back to the old values. Start talking to the cat that lived next door to you, the kid that lived next door to you. See if he all right. My wife was telling me the other day that she saw a guy that looked like, she thought he was a hobo, like a grown man. It turned out it was like a little 11-year-old kid. He was out there asking for change, in front of people's business or whatever, and they called the police on him. She said the dude stood up. He's a little kid. Kids should get an opportunity to be kids, man. Not just like, I picture the stuff that we grew up in, man. I just couldn't see my kids living life like that. So I don't think anybody else.
Some of these kids is living, say he 11, some of them got to take care of themselves because mama out doing something, pops ain't at home. So some of these kids out there raising themselves pretty much. You know what I'm saying? We done got bad and it's getting worse. So not only reaching out to the dudes, we got to reach out to these mothers and tell these mothers they need to stand up and be mothers. It ain't about the club every motherfucking night, hanging out, drinking, and getting high. You know what I'm saying? All the black men get the bad end of the stick. But there's some women out there that shouldn't have motherfucking kids. There's some women out there that neglect their kids for a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or for that pedophile motherfucker. So we just need to check ourselves, man. He ain't the only 11-year-old kid that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. In the streets begging for change.
Yeah, so exactly. This is one thing I want to propose. All y'all business owners out there, everybody, we go put some stuff together. If y'all want to be a part of it, hit us up at the Gangster Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com.
And you know what, Norm? It ain't even hard. With all the black successful men and women out here today, to get an organization, and you can get 3 buildings with $400 from each motherfucking person of wealth here to build for these teenagers, these young people out here today. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a lot of money to do this from one motherfucker. It don't take a Jay-Z to spend $1 million. It just takes the right people to step up and put their money where their mouth is and say, okay, I invested $500 in this. And get the right people to run that shit, and then we can move from there and build and grow and get these kids off the goddamn street, teach these kids a trade, teach some of these kids how to read. You got some kids, some talent out there that these little young cats know how to box. And you reap the benefits later. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see them right then and there, but you reap the benefits later. It's not hard to invest, but you just want to invest in the right thing. And $400 to save a brother or a kid is worth it.
Yes, it is, man.
That eliminates the police bullshit. Only when, see one thing I trip off of, and then you got to look at the police part sense of it. Some of us have an attitude as soon as the police come up to us too. And you know, me and Reggie used to argue about this all the time. Sometimes it don't matter if you got an attitude, because when they walk up to your car, they got an attitude, they got their hand on their gun. Some of them just want to see if they can fuck with you and how far can they fuck with you. And by that time, it's too late, because the average cat in the hood is like, man, why the fuck y'all fucking with me? Now they mad. So from 0 to 50 is on. From 50 to 100, one of us done got killed because we ain't replying now. We ain't listening. And that shit is designed by them motherfuckers to say, stop resisting. Once you say stop resisting, it's on from that point, dog. It's on. You know what I'm saying? Some of this shit you look at and see on Facebook, just don't say shit to them. It's better not to open your fucking mouth. You don't have to tell them who you are. You don't have to mention your name. We got to learn the law. And once we learn the law and start busting codes on their ass, they know what they can and how they can't fuck with us.
Yeah,
but half of this shit is on us because we ain't paying attention. And if there's a broad next to you or one of the homies next to you, we amp it up. Fuck that. 9 times out of 10, let them go about their motherfucking business. But if we don't start helping each other, dog, police ain't finna help us. Ain't nobody from Africa finna come help us. If we don't help those that need help, and we know we need help, because Ape been there, I've been in it. I lived that life. I can't knock down nigga that pick up a pistol and go out there and do some funky shit, because I lived that shit. So any motherfucker that going out there and say they them stupid bastard killing and whoop, he's a fucking hypocrite. And you live that life. So instead of talking and doing all that other shit, man, motherfuckers just gotta help people, man. And that's what we are. That's why we here.
Yeah,
just help him up.
Exactly.
And what I want to do is I want to leave everybody on this note right there. Because I think we don't touch on everything we could touch on about this. And, you know, like I said, hopefully we don't have to talk about it at least for a while. Think about, it only takes a minute to lose your life. It only takes 1 minute. So a little simple traffic stop could turn into just a tragedy. So the next time the police pull one of y'all over, keep your hands on the 10 and 2. Give him what he asked for, be cordial, and get on. Even if it's a bullshit ticket or whatever like that, just live to see another day. And that's it. That's all I got to say, fellas.
It takes away the intent, man. It takes it away. It takes the upper hand from them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but you're going to run into that one that want to put his hands on you, that one that's mad. What we got to realize, when Donald Trump was in office, they showed us they had racist motherfuckers in the military, racist motherfuckers in office, racist motherfucking police officers in all different branches, and the Marines, the whole nine. Is the odds are against us as a people, because they got people in higher places than us. So they're not giving a fuck about how we feel about certain shit. They just sicking the dogs on us. And niggas ain't paying attention. These police out here killing motherfuckers, and they got women out here. Women went to jail for look at these dudes out here. They out here tripping. For hitting the Capitol. It's women, military women. The odd is against us, dog. I'm scared to get my teeth pulled. Because that motherfucker, my dentist might be a motherfucking Klansman, and he might just fuck me up or something. I'm serious. It's people in higher places that are racist. And we ain't paying attention to it. Or we say hi to the dentist and the doctor, but it ain't just the police, man. So I'm just gonna shut it down, because Man, we really gotta focus and pay attention to what's happening to us.
We do. It piss you off, and I ain't. You know what? I don't know. I know y'all can probably see it on my face. I haven't been this frustrated in a long time. Just doing the research to put this episode together and doing everything. I'm like, okay.
Don't be mad at the motherfucking police if we out there committing the same goddamn crimes.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like we doing the same shit. So, like I said, hey James, we gonna start getting busy, dog. We gonna start getting.
What's up? It's all good.
All right, for sure. All right, fellas. All right, we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah.
Finally